Very good morning students. Today in geography subject we will continue with one experiment, that is 5.5 convection and vertical flow of heat. So as per the government rule, one activity has been omitted, that is figure 5.4, the heating and cooling of water. So only one activity you are going to see in this chapter. So let's start. So for this activity the things are needed, that is you need to take one pot, then water, then one burner, then small plastic buttons, and we need to do the experiment. Okay, that is convection and vertical flow of heat. Now here convection means what students? Transfer of heat due to the bulk movement of molecules within the fluid. So the same picture is in your textbook also. So I will just explain to you. Now water expands on heating. Obviously in this vessel we need to take water and we need to place some buttons in that water, and you need to observe what are the things going to happen. So as soon as the water get heated, the hot water from the base it gets move upwards, and what happens, as soon as the water gets start boiling, the button also are pushed to the surface. So can you see these buttons here? The relatively cooler water in the upper portion move downwards, taking the buttons within it. So what happened, the circular motion it happens, so the water gets warmer and warmer. This happens repeatedly. Now in other words, on heating, an upward current sets in the water. In nature the conditions are slightly different. So in this we can see, so but considering to the nature the things are happening differently. So we will see that. Now here, due to the temperature difference, both upwards and horizontal currents develop in the ocean. Now here in this figure, it is also in your textbook. These are the oceanic currents. Can you see this, the arrows, red color? These are the oceanic currents that move both upwards and in horizontal direction. So can you see this line? This is a horizontal directions, these currents. Beside temperature, different factors like wind and difference in the density of water also give rise to the horizontal current. So can you see these currents like West Australia current, then Benguela current, Brazil currents, then Somal currents. So all these are the currents. These ocean currents flow from the equator to the polar region. Now this is the equator part. So all these ocean currents, they move from the equator to the upper side of the polar region, and from the polar region again it comes to the equator side. So can you see these arrows? Again this blue one, they are again coming to the equator side. When an ocean currents flow from the frigid zone, we will see the next figure. Okay. When the ocean currents flow from the frigid, this is the frigid zone, to the torrid zone, it reduces the temperature of the coast in the torrid zone. So as soon as when it come from frigid zone to torrid, it reduces the temperature, and when the current flow from, and again the current flow from torrid zone to the frigid zone, it increase the temperature of the coast in the frigid zone. Okay. So this was the explanation of this figure. Now we will see the next figure, that is 5.7, world mean annual temperature. Now considering the temperature of various places of the earth, maps of global distribution are prepared. 5.7, so we will see in this 5.7 is drawn with the help of isotherms. Isotherms are lines that are connected, placed with the same temperature after avoiding the effect of the height. So isotherms are nothing but they are the lines. Can you see these lines? These are the isotherms that are connected, placed with the same temperature after avoiding the effect of the height. Now this line generally appear parallel to